Welcome to Let's Weave Beads. In this video I'm going to be showing off these two patterns which I purchased at this Etsy shop. This one I purchased first because I wanted to make a pouch. I haven't completely finished it. And then I purchased this one later because I wanted to make it for my sister as a gift. These patterns are peyote tapestry patterns. Both of them I chose my own colors for them from my go-to stash. I usually like to do that if I can. That way I don't have to buy any beads. I can start working as soon as the pattern has been converted. Both these patterns have been converted from the peyote stitch to the right angle weave. When I converted them, as you can see here, I combined some colors so that there were a fewer overall number of colors needed. The Panda here took about 2 goes because I combined larger numbers of colors together, so I had to adjust it a little bit to make it look its best. The tiger worked out because it's only 2 in a few places, otherwise they were left single. So it didn't need any adjusting from my original go. When I finished converting the pattern, which I did in Bead Tool 4, I went back over it, and what I did is in the black areas of the panda, if there was any brown, I chose one of the black colors and made it black. And then in the tree area, if I found any black, I converted it to a brown color. That's one of the things I did. Because these patterns have such large animal area and then just natural nature stuff behind them, the only cleanup I needed to do was around, for the panda, around the eyes, nose, and mouth. And for the tiger, I only needed to do some cleanup around the eyes. The rest of it I did straight from the conversion without any other changes. Oops, I got them backwards. And then there were some other areas that I adjusted the color I was going to use in that area for the panda. So I did a bit more changing in colors for it. But for the tiger, I went with the colors placement, except for in two things. One, anywhere on the main face that I saw green, I replaced it with a dark gray color, which is this one here. This is the extra color, and this I replaced any green that was in the face area because I decided I didn't want any green on it. Then the other thing was the eyes. In the original pattern, the eyes were green colored, so I decided to look up a tiger to find out what would be the best shade of green, and I discovered that the eyes were actually yellow, at least in all the pictures I saw. And sometimes when a pattern is converted, yellow can get converted to green colors, so I think that's why the eyes ended up green in the pattern. But I found that the yellow I was already using in the body was actually about the perfect color for the eyes, so for the eye area I used that color, which was originally the H, which was the green, this green here. Oh, it also was shaded, and I took all the shading out and just made it one color. Then I also noticed when looking at the eyes that the outline was all dark. So I was going to be using the lighter gray here in some of the areas, but I decided to use the darker gray in place of it. So for the eyes I made 2 color changes. The rest of it, like I said, I used the color placement that the pattern had. And this here is the list of the colors that I used for my piece. And then of course, as this is my go-to list and not yours, you could either use this color palette if you like it, or you can use the color palette that's in the pattern. That is something you can choose. And for the panda, this is the color palette for it. And I was very happy with how they came out. The tiger I was concerned about because, you know, I wanted it to look really, really good. And thankfully the colors that I have in my go-to stash worked out very nicely, and this is probably better than I thought it would look. So I hope that you like the way that it looks, and that you too may enjoy converting peyote to the right angle weave or cross weave, which is what I usually use, which is the 2-needle stitch, and be able to make lots of beautiful patterns. And if you have any questions, or if you go on your journey and need some help, please let me know, and I will be more than glad to give you tips, hints, and help you along the way. Happy beading!